Hey guys, greetings. How you doing? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Vinay Podcast. Today I want to talk to you about. I received this question. Someone asked me how to invest in Nigerian Stock Exchange. I've done a video about this. Is on my YouTube channel. But I thought to bring this to this episode, to this podcast, so that someone can listen to it and be able to it might be beneficial to someone. Okay, so I thought to bring this episode here so that you can listen and to make informed choice. The step by step what you need to do in order to invest in Nigerian Stock Exchange. Even if you live abroad, myself, I reside in United Kingdom, but I'm still able to invest in Nigeria via online platform. So it's a question of you doing your due diligence, doing the necessary research, okay, about the stock brokerage firm and the company you want to invest. Obviously, these days, we only got 24 hours in a day. So the essence of this really is about one, trying to find other sources of income, other means to earn a living, smart way or digitally, because these days, one source of income is not enough. So you need to try to find other alternative. So I'm going to just run through and explain to you some of the what I talks or the process one need to go through in order to invest in Nigerian Stock Exchange. Okay.
Guys, greetings. Invest as you promoter of Nigerian Stock Exchange, but also myself, I'm an investor in Nigerian Stock Exchange. So I want to tell you the process I've been through in order to invest in Nigeria. Obviously, I live in the United Kingdom. I'm a UK citizen, but also I live in Nigeria. I grew up in Nigeria. So I want to explain to you go the process you can do, even if you live abroad. The process you can go through in order to be an investor in Nigeria and what you need to do. So it's just a practical step, but it's also a question of you doing a research and following the due process. So in order to invest in Nigeria, you need to open up a brokerage account. For Nigerian Stock Exchange website, there are a substantial number of stockbrokers, registered stock brokerage firms. So you just pick one out of them, and that's the main thing. So, but it's not picking off one out of them. There's other things you need to do. So I've actually write all this point down. What you need to do. So I want you to follow me. As I walk you across the number of things you need to do. Okay. So I done the research and wrote it down just for you to go this with me. Okay. So today we are talking at the main point is right how to invest in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Right. Okay. I'm telling you this as investor in Nigerian Stock Exchange. So I'm into what I'm telling you now. So as they say, experience is the best teacher. I live in UK, but that doesn't mean that I doesn't invest in Nigeria. So it actually gave me a platform, actually a golden platform to invest over there, because I have 24 access to the internet here. But in Nigeria, you might not have that access. So, but I'm just giving you a practical step and the things that I've done, the research that I'm making in order to be able to invest in Nigeria Stock Exchange successfully. It's not easy, but it can be done, and which I'm doing it. So first of all, like I said earlier, you need to open a brokerage account with approved stockbroking firm in Nigeria. So, all the stockbrokers belong to register with the, they got approval from Nigerian Stock Exchange. So you need to open a brokerage account with approved stockbroking firm in Nigeria. Okay, that's the number one thing. And for you to do that, you need to provide them with ID, identification, provide your bank details with BVN. Okay, BVN in Nigeria is called bank verification number. Okay, then you need to provide your passport, okay, photo. You need to provide a passport photo and your signature. Okay, and you need to provide your next of kin details, maybe a telephone number for your wife or your sister or your mom and dad. Whoever is your next of kin, you need to provide that person details. Give them person details and tell them, how that person is related to you. Okay, even if it can be your children as well. So the other thing is, some of them stock brokerage firm is doing. Some of them, I think majority of them do this these days. Stock brokerage firm, they provide online platform. So some of them provide this online platform anyway, because with the online platform, it's easy. You just key in your details. It's easy for you to operate from there. You can just, there is kind of a central line which they link to Nigerian Stock Exchange. So from that platform, you can actually trade online. On daily basis, you can actually place your bid. You can actually, do a transaction from there. So I just want to walk you through. So the stockbroking firm provide you with online platform. Okay. So for you to start trading, they need to assign you a CH number, which is clearinghouse number. Every investor in Nigerian Stock Exchange will have a clearinghouse number. So and you get that when you register with your stockbroker. So then the next one is to trade. You simply need to deposit fund into your stock brokerage firm with instruction. So if you want to start trading, or start buying shares in Nigeria Stock Exchange, you need to first of all, that's the stock broker you choose or brokerage firm you choose, will provide you with your bank details, right? So they give you your bank details. You transfer money from your own bank account to their bank account with instruction. The way I normally do it, I give my name, and when I do the transaction online from here, from UK, I put my, I log into my, any of my bank in Nigeria and put my name as the person, then send them email saying that, hello, your name is so person that you transferred certain amount to there. You would like this money to be credited in your trading account. So once you send this email, that's your stock exchange, your stockbroker would reply to you saying, acknowledging that they received the money. Sometimes they acknowledge immediately, sometimes about 10 minutes, or sometimes you can actually phone them, depending. So they will acknowledge that they received the money, and all of a sudden, what you see is the money will credit in your account, which they have opened to you. So, yeah. So, like I said, you need to deposit money with instruction. So, once you've done that, the next thing to do is you can place a bid. Then, once you can place a bid, you can only place a bid, as far as I'm aware, you can only place a bid when you have money in your account. So you can place a bid to either buy or sell particular shares. So let's say if you want to buy a Dangote share, you can actually place a bid to order to buy Dangote share. Yeah, and you can buy it, by buying it market, which means you can, your stockbroker will buy it at open, without, they can buy it at how much to that market, that how much it is that particular day. But some people will want to place an order and say, okay, limit, they want, or the limit they can go, maybe because shares goes up and down, market goes up and down, so sometimes in the morning it might be, let's say 110 naira, in the evening it will be 200. So but if you put it to market, the stock brokerage brokerage firm can actually buy 200 for you. Whereas you say, okay, this is the limit I can go, or this is the limit I can pay for this. I say, okay, I will pay for this 150 or 120 naira, as it is. So it depends on how much you want to pay for it. But you must do your own research. You must do your diligence to know whether you are paying too much on this particular share or you are paying low. Whether the share is very high or very low. So these are what you actually need to do your own research. So once you place that order to buy, and you have money in your account, then your stockbrokerage firm will actually then make the bidding on your behalf and place the order. So if someone agreed to sell on that particular offer you place, the transaction will go through. Okay, and the transaction going through, you need to pay a transaction fee and charge anytime their bid or offer go through or accepted. So they need to charge you, there's a statutory fees they need to charge, which is transaction fee, and statutory fee and brokerage, they will take your own commission. Anytime they sell a share or buy a share for you, they will take your own commission anyway. So for tax, no capital gain tax on buying shares or selling. So there's no capital gains tax on buying share in Nigeria or selling. So the other thing is once you sell the share, it normally takes about 3 working days for it to be cleared. Either you are buying or selling, whoever is buying it, if you buy it now, they will send you a contract note saying that electronic contract note that you have bought this particular share. But it will only go through into your account. It will reflect, but eventually before it will clear, it will be within 3 to 4 days for the transaction to be complete. And if it's like if you want to sell shares, you sell it, and the payment, it will be crediting, but the money will not go through. Eventually it take about 3 or 4 days for the money to be in your account. Then when the money is in your account, you can actually make a withdrawal by giving instruction, by writing a letter or through email to your stockbroker that you want this money to be credited back into your own account. So they will do that. So these are actually the process you need to know. In Nigeria, for instance, the stock exchange, normally trading time is between 9:30 and closes 2:30. So it's just within this period of time. Even if I'm in UK, sometimes time changes, so I just need to be able to work it out. Sometimes we have the same time with Nigeria, sometimes we have 1 hour difference. So it's a question of you knowing. So between 9:30 to 10 o'clock is just when the market are still about to start. A lot of people are placing their bid within that period. There's no market going on, but from 10 o'clock the proper market will start and close by 2:30. So there's for Nigerian stock market, they've got market segment, which market segment is different company that belong to particular group. We got most capitalized, like premium is most capitalized stock, which contain like Dangote Cement, UBA, not Zenith Bank, GT Bank, all those big companies, Nigerian breweries. You also got index, so it's a question of every market have their index, which sometimes it's about 90 companies or small companies. So where you get all this information and data, you can get all this information is through Nigerian Stock Exchange website, for data. Nigerian Stock Exchange is where you actually get most of the majority of information. The companies actually provide all the information, like if they declare dividend, it will go through Nigerian Stock Exchange first. They are the one that will release this information to the public. So like if the company declare audited account, they will send it electronically to Nigerian Stock Exchange, and Nigerian Stock Exchange will release that information. And every year, actually, I think within 3 months, company must, I think if they fail to do that, they will be charged by the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Sometimes, actually, sometimes they put a stop on the trading. They kind of, stop that company trading on Nigerian Stock Exchange until they do the needful by releasing their, statement of earnings within that particular period. So within 90 days, as far as I'm aware, at every end of the year, like that 1st December, is Nigerian tax year run from January to December, and after that 1st December, it will be a beginning of new tax year. So, but from that 1st December to end of March, which is 3 months, companies in Nigerian Stock Exchange should have opportunity to release their audited bank account. Statement of earning or bank details, not bank accounts, audited financial details, right? So, and when there is the financial details, some of them do include dividend payment within that period, within that financial details. So, like I said, you check out my video on how to receive a dividend. So, dividend is by you visiting the register with your bank details and providing all the necessary information for you to receive dividend. So some companies do pay dividend twice in a year, maybe around after June, July, August, September, which is another 3 months, they will declare their dividend. So within 3 months, around September, some of them will declare dividend and they say how much they will pay. And some of them will pay yearly, which is twice, in the middle of June, and December. So this is actually the information I thought to share this with you guys, how you can how to invest in Nigeria Stock Exchange, how you can open a brokerage account, how you can operate it from abroad, really. Likewise, somebody who is at home can actually do this by, I just think you just need to be alert and using computer, you need electronically, because most time this transaction is done electronically, so you just need to be alert on your phone. Like I live in England, like I said earlier, I operate this from my home, so I have all the necessary details. I place the order from here, and the transaction will go through, so, and another thing, what I do to checkmate, if my share is really the same, what is reflecting on my stock brokerage firm, I open what is called CSCS number, which is clearing house number. I register with them, which I pay them, I think between 2,000 or 5,000 for 5 years. So if you have account with them, it's like a central house, clearing house, where all the shares are deposited. So if you have an account with them, it's more or less like checkmating or anything that is happening with your stock brokerage firm. Sometimes some company will declare bonus shares, and that bonus share will go to clearing house number, her office, whereas it's not reflecting on your own share. So it's your duty to write to your stock brokerage firm, or send them email, or print off the statement from your clearing house account and forward it to them, to tell them that there is a discrepancy, or tell them that something is not clear. Why CSAs have different number of shares, whereas the stock brokerage firm having different number of shares. So it's kind of from with this company, you checkmate what is happening in your own stockbroker account. So it's so good. I recommend you for you to open one. If you manage to open up a stockbroker account in Nigeria, you need to have this to be able to checkmate your company, your stock brokerage firm. Because with that, you can see actually anytime they buy a share for you, it will reflect here. They will deposit it here. So anytime they buy a share for you, it will reflect on your account with CSCS. Likewise, if you sell shares, it will reflect here. So this is kind of the central body system that we use that to monitor your stock brokerage firm account. So I thought to explain to you this. I hope it makes sense to you guys. If there's any more information you need to know about how to open up how to invest in Nigerian stock market, please feel free and drop a message. I'm happy to help you with information. But myself, I invest in Nigerian stock exchange, and this is the process I went through in order to be investor in Nigerian stock exchange.